These watches are worth a small fortune. I'm hoping this newspaper article is not some sentimental keepsake. Looks like I like to wear sunglasses at night. Nitro case shattered? By Tex Murphy? When did I become an attention seeker? Real brass knuckles. That's a big departure from my non-lethal weapons collection. Black leather gloves? Wait a second. I'm pen pals with Big Jim Slade? I don't think I like what I'm discovering about the last 7 years. I'm hoping this isn't mine. Yeah, some habits die hard. She's doing this to get through school. Well, that is an intimidating knife. When I think of women in my past who were black book quality, Regan Madsen from my Pandora case always comes to mind. Well, I suppose you've already sat in my chair and have eaten my porridge, too.
Took you long enough. I thought I was gonna have to start in by myself. I hope you don't mind I made myself comfortable. And I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, you look it.
How long does it take you to smoke that cigarette?
Oh, you'd be surprised. She was vicious, mean, nasty, and rotten to the core. And I still think fondly of her almost every day. Maybe I should go get checked out at a medical clinic for Some lady gave me her phone number? I'm not used to that.
You have a fax. You have a...
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Carts to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything. Looks like Archie's back in town. Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. He ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Last I saw you, you were on some tropical island hiding out from the NSA.
Okay, like I told you before, I wasn't hiding. I was relaxed. So, and of course, you don't even remember talking to me, do you? Let me see where you got hit. Yowza! You really...
Back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ooh. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place. And I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
I've also turned into a heartless jerk, apparently.
Sounded like the same Murph to me, making jokes and putting your cigarette out in my herbal tea before I'm done with it.
So, have you heard anything about what I was working on before the aliens got me?
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. If you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all the way.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder, I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers, Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard, she's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola. The cough drop?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil, the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So are we almost to the part about Margaret Leonard?
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943 when the FBI just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cash just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets...
Margaret Leonard?
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married. I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. After that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cash since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. It's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. You know, in 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, you know, a death ray, you know, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cash. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that. And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me. Seems nice. You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere. You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case You know, the NSA and all that. I eat at the brew and stew all the time. I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years. Yeah, oh, that's the hollow babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were. He's not very friendly, is he? My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn. Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh? Don't know about that. Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters. You know, both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact. I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years. He died like 40 years ago and either left the Tesla cash with Margaret Leonard or somebody else, or he took it to the grave. The Tesla cash is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it?
As I leave, Archie hands me an old photograph of Margaret Leonard. Maybe someone else on Chandler will recognize her from the picture. I wonder if anyone else on Chandler...
If you were looking for me earlier, I wasn't here.
Well, it's not like you're gonna just sit around here waiting for me to ask questions, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't be very realistic, would it? So what can I do for you?
You recognize the woman in this photo?
Oh, nice. I think I saw her in a playbook from 1996. Is this your girlfriend?
Not yet, but I'd like to take her out for dinner and drinks, and well, then we'd go from there.
I'm just kidding about this woman being your girlfriend. She's actually mine. No, I'm kidding again. This is Margaret Leonard. She's had a room here at the Ritz forever. She used to live here, but I haven't seen her in years. So, she may not be here anymore, but she auto-pays her rent. So it's all good.
Any chance you can get me into her apartment?
Not a chance in hell. I let her install her own security system, just like you, except hers is a real one. I can't tell you which apartment it is, but you won't get in without a passcode or a personal invitation. Maybe I could try to help you with something else. I haven't tried it. They say that the sauce will melt your eyeballs, and that's a risk I'm just not willing to take. I know for a fact I've never seen this fox before, because if I had, she'd be my lady love. Can't help you with that. All I know about her is she's got a room here. I hardly ever see her, so I don't know when she's here and when she isn't. I'll bet she was something back in the day. Way back in the day.
I've been thinking, Murphy, perhaps I should confide something to you.
Oh, this should be good.
You believe Maldonado is spying on you, but it could have been someone else.
Not Margaret Leonard by any chance.
How did you know?
Do the words P.I. mean anything to you?
Margaret may be in grave danger. I've tried to contact her, but to no avail.
Gosh, if only we knew someone with some detective skills. Do you know how to get into her apartment?
No, but she may have left a clue. Some time ago, she left this in my care. It's for you.
For me?
She wanted you to have it in case anything happened. I met Margaret years ago. She was a woman of secrets. I have an interest in Tesla collectibles, so yes, I've heard of it. And no, I don't know where you could find it. I met Margaret years ago. She was a woman of secrets.
Why would Margaret Leonard leave me a key? Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Why would Margaret Leonard leave me a key? As I walk in the bathroom, I realize there's something wrong here. Something terribly wrong.